Hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's stream. Just seeing if we're getting everything ready and set up. Here we are. We're back. We are back for round 5. The South Sydney Rabbitohs up against the Brisbane Broncos. It was sure to be a very interesting matchup. Just a bit of a reminder for people who haven't seen this before. These type of streams before is there is no game footage that is going to be shown in this stream because of NRL's copyright. It is a bit of a div really, but yeah. Is there any other things I need to talk about? Yes. Obviously, there was the announcement, unfortunately, of yesterday of the passing of Tommy Raudonikis, an absolute legend of the game, of playing for Wests and Newtown and New South Wales, and Australian player, one of the greatest characters of rugby league's pastime, and had a long fight with cancer throughout his life. He was as tough as they come, so it is unfortunate, but he leaves on a legacy of being one of the greatest characters in rugby league history. So we're getting supporters in, so good to see. Let's have a look at the lineups here. So first off, with the South Sydney Rabbitohs, you got Latrell Mitchell at fullback, you got Mansour and Johnston on the wings. Hello Nathan, good to see you again, my guy. You got Gagai and Graham in the centres. You have Benji Marshall starting on 5'8". I believe this is maybe his first start for the season, I believe. And they got Reynolds. Reynolds is a big talking point because there is a bit of a contract holdout between Adam Reynolds and the Rabbits. So it'll be very interesting to see what plays out with that. Obviously, Reynolds, when he scored last week, he kissed the Rabbitohs badge, so it's going to be very interesting to see this contract loadout, because there's rumours that if he doesn't stay, he may go to like the Cowboys or the Warriors, but if he wants to get into his premiership, he'll be definitely wanting to start with stream's a bit. I'm good, Nathan. How are you? Check out the stream. Quality's a bit dodgy. We're going to try to limit the things that we should be a-okay, but there for the forwards, you got Totola, Cook and Burgess in that prop hooker prop region. You got Sewer and Host in the second row, and Murray at fullback, at lock, sorry. Then on subs, you got Hawkins, Nichols, Mago, and Arrow, with Selly as the 18th man, because he's just been implemented of this reserve 18 man. Trying to... A lot of skipped frames at the moment. Stream quality's still good. Just the dropped frames are a bit dodgy, so I'm going to try to keep everything cool. We should be all good, but... Anyway, it was stuff like that. Now for the Brisbane Broncos, you got Asako at fullback, you got Coates and Mead on the wings, you have Kenner and Niu in the centres, Milford at 5'8", Didden at halfback. Now for the forwards, you got Haas, Turpin and Lodge as the prop hooker prop, Riki and Glenn in the second row, and Pangai Jr. as lock. And on subs, you got Croft, Flegler, Asiata, and Teo. So guess what? What is it, my friend? And you've got Bullimore as the 18th man. Stream quality. I don't know what's going on. Like, everything's still working on this. It's just I'm looking at the... Because at the bottom I have, like, skipped frames. And it says, like, 20% of the skipped frames have been a bit dodgy. Trying to... So I said 20% of the stream has skipped frames, which is a bit not great, but But as long as everything goes well, we should be okay. How are you? I am good, Nathan. So kickoff just about near the beginning, it right close for this first match of round 5. In terms of predictions, I mean, you can. I want to donate to you, but I can't. You don't have to donate, my friend. It is all good. It is all good. It's one thing I feel like, well, it's pretty obvious what the prediction is going to be. Obviously, I'm just going to put it in here and not even think about it, because I think it's kind of obvious what the thing's going to be. This is going to be a bit of a shock. I don't know if you guys are gonna believe this, but yeah, I'm saying that the Rabbitohs are going to win by +13. I know, absolute shocker. Absolute, like, what? No way. But the Rabbitohs have got a very good form as of late. So if the Brisbane just can't, if their like forwards just can't really hold up with the attack by the Rabbitohs, then they're going to be in a lot of trouble. Stream's okay, it's working a little bit better. Can we do a stream for the whole way, which doesn't cut out? Gotta go watch the game on TV. Sorry, bye. It's all good, mate. See you later, Solify. And I think 52-12. That's a I think that's sort of actually realistic. Will Brisbane become the first team to concede 50, meaning they will not win the premiership? Because as we all know, no team has conceded 50 points in a regular season game and gone on to win the premiership. Will be interesting to probably this light's a bit. It's a bit weird. It's like, it's either I sit all the way back here and just look dodgy, or I come here and I look like a ghost. But it's going to be, I think the first 10 minutes will decide. If the Rabbitohs get like 2 tries within 10 minutes, then we all know it's going to be over. That's just how it's unfortunately going to be for South Sydney. For the Broncos. I shouldn't say unfortunately for Brisbane, because I mean for the Rabbitohs, because the Rabbitohs would want that. They would want an absolute dub. Red Rooster sponsoring the rugby league. It is a bit. Oh, because I went to a Red Rooster race, like not recently, it was a couple of months ago. And it's like they've converted to like a knockoff KFC with like their meals and all that. As we're getting ready now, kickoff just about underway. Kickoff, both teams getting ready to warm out. So Stadium Australia, where last week the South Sydney Rabbitohs pick up a dominating win on Good Friday against the Bulldogs. And it is a very also thing with the coaches that they've just brought up. It is Wayne Bennett versus Kevin Walters in the coaches' booth. So it's just about, we are almost getting ready for kickoff. Kickoff should be happening within the next couple of minutes. What is other people's predictions? I have a feeling that most of them would probably be all very lopsided in favour of South Sydney. See Brisbane now walking out now, as this is Benji Marshall's first start on the field for for South Sydney. And I think it's pretty good because when he in the first game when he was playing against the Storm, when Marshall was on the bench, the Storm were all over him, but when Marshall came in at 5'8", it really got well. I think it's going to be 60-0. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised actually, Nathan. So there is an 18th man now. So as of this round, an 18th man has been implemented. That is Selly for the South Sydney Rabbitohs and Bullymore for the Brisbane Broncos. I did see how they were doing like the VB hard-earned player stuff, and they... Like, I know, like, Pappenhausen did score, like, 4 tries in, like, 11 minutes, but they didn't give it to him. And a lot of people were not much happy, as now Brisbane walking out of their sheds onto Stadium Australia. A place where they have won 2 premierships in the past. So Broncos have lost the past 11 away games. Last away win was the first round last year. Now South Sydney now coming out onto the field. Personally, it's a bit weird because obviously Stadium Australia, like the Rabbitohs kind of have to play there. But it's... The crowd, it's just... There's probably no more than 20,000, which is good for a rugby league crowd, but in a stadium where it's 85,000, it's a bit not look good as Reynolds walks out as glory to South Sydney plays. Yes, they are bringing up about the unfortunate situation, the announcement of Tommy Raudonikis. Kickoff is getting ready. No stream, no game footage will be shown just before last. Quickly ignore this. The game has not kicked off yet. There's a big circle lined up here in the Rabbitohs getting last. They're getting like a team talk with the actual bunny mascot. They're doing a minute silence for Tommy Raudonikis. As they did the minutes, the moment of silence there for Tommy Raudonikis. So all games this week will be having a moment's silence before them. So as we're getting ready now, kickoff just about away. Kickoff. Brisbane will be kicking off and they'll be running this way. Langer is out on the field already as the water boy. So here we go, the kickoff here for round number 5. And Brisbane have kicked off. We are underway. And that is Tom Burgess, who gets wrapped up on the 24, the first tackle. And now it's Totola there who makes it onto their second tackle near the 30. Now Sewer now gets wrapped up just shy of the 40 for the third tackle. As Murray gets wrapped up and brought down for the fourth tackle right on halfway. And Host, 40 metres away from the try line now. Last tackle here for South Sydney. And Reynolds with the kick. It's a high boot. And it's been picked up by Isako, who gets wrapped up on the 10 for the first tackle. Or Pangai Jr., he's gone for an offload. He got a big hit on him, but he get him off for an offload. So it's second tackle there for Brisbane on their 15. Now that is Lodge, who gets wrapped up on the 25 for the third tackle here for Brisbane. And Haas bobbled it a little bit, but he's able to maintain it as he gets wrapped up on the 35 for the fourth tackle. And it's held up there right near halfway here by Pangai Jr. Now last tackle here for Brisbane. It's kicked up from halfway. And it's been taken by Johnston, who gets wrapped up on the 20 for the Rabbitohs 20 for the first tackle. And now Reynolds gets to the 25 for the second. And that Graham now takes it to the 35. And Burgess now making some meters. Now onto the 45 for the fourth. As there's the Burrow chanting there's only one South Sydney. I mean, they aren't wrong. As that is Sewer, who gets brought up 45 metres out away from the try line here. As it's last tackle here for South Sydney. Now Reynolds with the boot. And it's picked up there by Isako, and he gets wrapped up on the Broncos 15. Oh, that's Cooper Cronk talk. I thought it was Lockyer. Bloody hell. Anyways, Brisbane make it now to the 35 for the third. I believe that is... don't know exactly who that is. And it's a big charge there for Brisbane. That is number 10. That is Payne Haas, who makes it to halfway for the fourth tackle. And now Ricky gets it to the 40. 40 metres away from the try line now. Last tackle here for Brisbane. And it's a kick to Milford. And Mansour takes it and gets brought down on the Rabbitohs 15. And Reynolds goes down the short. He's trying to break through a gap, but he gets wrapped up there by Mead near the 30 for the second. As Graham makes it to the 40 for the third. As Damien Cook has given the ball off to... it was given to Totola, but it's a penalty to the Rabbitohs. Totola and Pangai Jr. getting a little bit of grabbing, but I believe it was an offside call there on Brisbane, so it's going to be... so it's a penalty to Souths. Oh, it was a high shot. High shot on Lodge. So a good chance here for South Sydney to get some points on the board. As Reynolds takes the kick into touch. And it's picked up 30 metres away from the try line here. As that is Burgess, who gets it 25 metres away from the try line for the first tackle. And I believe that is Host who makes it to the 20. No, it's Murray from the 20. Now Reynolds. Oh, they got numbers. Oh, it's a brilliant pass. Oh, Sewer almost breaks through straight to the try line. It's Cook now. Sure that was offside there, but it's third tackle. It's a set restart anyways. And it's a kick over the top. Oh, who was that? Johnston. It was a kick over the top there by Reynolds. And Johnston tried to ground it, but it's gone out. So it's going to be a 20-metre tap for Brisbane. That was a bit of a waste of a set restart, unfortunately. So 5 minutes gone. So Brisbane now have the ball for a 0 tackle. As that is Mead who picks it up for the first tackle as he gets brought down, I believe, on the Brisbane 35. That it is. And now Lodge gets it to the Brisbane 45 for the second tackle. And it's an early kick there by Turpin. And it's gone to the corner. Bit of a really, really early tackle. There's Latrell Mitchell who makes it to the 15 for the first tackle for South Sydney. And that is Gagai. Gagai who makes it to the 35 for the third tackle. Oh, it's almost through the gap for Sewer, and Sewer's given the offload there to Graham, who makes it 40 minutes away from the try line now for the fourth tackle. As Cook goes down the short side through a gap with a behind-the-back pass there to Mansour, but Mansour gets brought down 2 metres away from the line for last tackle here for South Sydney. That was really good play there by Sewer. And Reynolds with a kick along the side to Johnston. But Johnston with a flicker pass, and it's another offload. That is a brilliant play, and it's been given to Benji Marshall. And he gets his first try of the game. That was a brilliant play. Jimmy Scissors, welcome back, my friend. What a crazy play of football there. Damien Cook going down the short side. He's really good at going down the short side. Gives it off to Mansell. That was great defense there by, I believe, Pangai Jr. So Reynolds sees Johnston. Kicks Johnston. He gets picked up, then it's been caught by Mitchell from the offload, and then gets a pass to a running Benji Marshall, who makes it 4-0 with a kick to come. Should be a relatively simple kick for 6-0. But a good start here for South Sydney. Wonder how much Benji was paying for first try scorer. So it's kind of hard to talk in terms of the replay because they replay it like several times because obviously like the bunker has to review it. So it's going to be a kick here by Reynolds, I believe. This to make it... This kick... Oh, it's a bit of a difficult kick here for Reynolds. And he's trying to bang it down centrally, but it's curled away to the right, so he misses it. So it's going to remain 4-0 to South Sydney. Also, I need to say, the offload from Johnston, when I said it was to Mitchell, it was not to Mitchell, it was actually to Gagai, who got the pass off to Benji, who ran straight through. Easy as you like. As someone opens a bag, the zipper bag, that's the kickoff there by the Bunnies. That is Burgess who makes it to the 20 for the first tackle. It's a good bit of meters there. That is number 10, that is Tatola who makes it to the 30 for the second tackle. As there was the third tackle there on for 40, and now that is number 11 Host who makes it to 45. metres away from the try line here for the fourth tackle. Oh, it's a big gap here. It's opened up as Reynolds now, trying to get a run through. And he gets brought down. Oh, he's still going, but he gets brought down on the 30 metres away from the try line here. Last tackle. Should be a set restart. No set restart, actually. Very interesting. To Marshall with the boot. And it's been caught by Asako as Asako gets brought down inside the 10 for Brisbane. There's a big rub up down there. Has Cooper Cronk's should have more viewers? You're so underrated. Nah, I think I'm rightly rated, to be fair. But has Cooper Cronk's voice always been bad? Because I genuinely thought when he was talking, it was Darren Lockyer talking. Has his voice always been like that croaky? But anyways, that was the fourth tackle there for Brisbane on their 30. And that was Lodge who makes it to the Brisbane 40 now. Last tackle here as Milford tries to grub it, and it's been played. It's still last tackle here. And the ball's been picked up missing. It's been picked up here by South. Marshall has tried to get a flick to Gagai, and he picks it up 40 metres away from the try line for the 0 tackle. And it's a set restart, obviously, so... Now there's the zero tackle there for Brisbane. Hey mate, what's up? I reckon South should let Benji be the goal kicker. He's better than Alex Reynolds. Brandon Freitas. Yeah, I'd say so. And it's a penalty again here for South Sydney for an offside. As Stream is a little copy. And I don't know, like... Oh, it was a legal steal. It wasn't... They did this, which I thought is offside, but apparently it's for a steal. But, yeah, I'd say you'd have Benji. I mean, the kick was... It doesn't know about the wind, because they did say it did rain in Sydney during, like, the middle of the day, but it was a bit of a dodgy... But I don't know. I would say Benji is a better kicker, but... It'd definitely be on years of experience here. But anyways... From this penalty, the Reynolds is going to take it for 2 here. Why has he gone for the 2? I feel like Brisbane are very much under the pump. Wouldn't you in that situation go for this? You should have gone for the 6, to be fair. But it's 25, just under 25 metres out, relatively in front here, to make this 6-0 to South Sydney. And straight down the middle, will take it. Bit of a weird decision to kick there. If he converted the first kick and then took the kick, then fair enough. But the fact to make it 6-0, but I don't know. There it is. Reynolds does get the penalty kick, so it is 6-0 to South Sydney. 12.5 minutes already gone. It says apparently Wayne Bennett has a history of telling people going for the 2, so that's fair enough. As Brisbane will kick off. As Burgess again takes another hit up, he makes it to the 15 for the first tackle. That's Tola. Tola's made some good meters so far this game. He makes it to the 20 for the second. As Host as well is getting a lot of ball time. He gets brought down on the 30 for the third tackle. And they've gone down the short side again. They've got numbers along the side. I believe that is Johnston. As Johnston gets held up. Ran down the line. He gets held up on the 15 metres away from the try line here for the fourth tackle. Absolute big meters there by South Sydney. And Reynolds now goes for a grubber. And it's been picked up by Sarko on their 5. No, I think it was there was talks about a runner of shepherding, but no. So it's a second tackle there for Brisbane inside the 5. I will say, though, South Sydney's short side game has been very deadly so far. That's fourth tackle there for Brisbane now. Still hasn't even made it past their 20, but they do make it now as Payne Haas gets wrapped up on Brisbane's 35 here for the last tackle. And it's given off there to Dearden. And there is, I believe, Latrell Mitchell. And that gets it to the Rabbitohs 45 for the first tackle. As Johnston there makes it past halfway. It's 45 metres away from the try line now for the second tackle. As Burgess now runs into Turpin and Lodge on the 40 metres away for the third tackle. As Cook with a dodgy pass there, but he's picked up Reynolds, and they've got numbers on the side as Gagai gets brought down on the 20 now. 2 metres away now. Last tackle here for South Sydney. Is it? No, it's not. It's fourth tackle, sorry. Now it's last tackle, 15 metres away. They go down the short side again. Reynolds. And it's a long pass out from Marshall to Johnston. And Johnston just runs in and puts it in the corner. So it's 10-0 to South Sydney with a kick to come. That was very, very too easy. It was too easy there for South Sydney. So it's going to be 10-0 with a kick to come. It's going to be a sideline kick here for Reynolds, though. Definitely really great run there by dummying run there by Host, because that run definitely changed the thing. So Alex Johnston, 21 tries in 16 games. That is ridiculous. So Reynolds will be taking the kick right at the corner. So from the sideline here, Reynolds. And Reynolds kicks it. Oh! He kicks it. It was too medium, and he curled too hard, and it bangs the post. So it's going to remain 10-0 to South Sydney. Oh, hang on. There we are. So 23 minutes still remaining here in this first half. 10-0 to South Sydney as the Broncos kick. And there's Burgess again taking another hit up. He gets brought up on the Bunnies 10 for the first tackle. As that is Totola who makes it to the 20. That's third tackle there for the Bunnies on their 25. And there's Murray who makes it to near the 40. We'll say now the passes and hits are a little bit more aggressive coming here from Brisbane, I must say. As that is Suar who now gets to the Rabbitohs 45 here now. Last tackle for South Sydney. And it's gone off to Reynolds there for the kick, and he gets hit by Milford. And it's been picked up here from Asako, who gets wrapped up on the Broncos 20. I'm trying not to sneeze. This is really going, and that is Mead now. Makes it to the 30 for the second tackle. It's a third tackle. That is Niu, who makes it to the 35 for Brisbane. And Dearden gets post-contact meters and he's through here. Dearden's through a gap. He hasn't really got any numbers. Oh, Mitchell has stripped the ball off him, has knocked it out. So it was a one-on-one, completely legal. And that is picked up and it's still running. I forget who this is. It is Graham who now gets it. What a brilliant play there by Latrell Mitchell, who makes it to the 45 for the 0. That was a really good chance there for Dearden, but a very delicious stop there by Latrell Mitchell. He was trying to set up Coates for a tackle, and Latrell goes for the central hit and makes the contact to knock it out. Kind of a bit sort of like what Mitchell Pearce tried to do, but not injuring his pec. As it's third tackle. Oh, and it's a pass! And Marshall has lost it, and it's been picked up there by Niu. Now Brisbane have possession on their 40. What is happening this game? As that is Lodge now. Makes it to halfway for the first tackle. So now Brisbane get the ball back. As that is Pangai Jr. who makes it 35 metres away from the try line here for the second tackle. Now they are 25 metres away from the try line for the third. As that is Payne Haas who makes it to the 20s. Shrugged off. He's still going and he makes it just short of the 10. So fourth tackle here for Brisbane. Now Milford gives it to Asako. Asako has powered through and he has scored for Brisbane. Great determination being there by Brisbane, and Asako has scored. And it's now 10 points to 4 with a kick to come, and it's a relatively simple kick, so it should be 10-6. So a brilliant pick up there by Miu. And Payne Haas with a brilliant carry to take it. It was Murray and Totola, and he shoves them off like they're nothing. And just like that, Brisbane are well in grasp of coming back. A step and a dummy for Asako, and Asako gets a try, and he'll have a chance to convert his own try, I believe, because he is the goal kicker, I believe, for Brisbane. I think. Yeah, he is. It's his first try. It's his 20th career try. And it's his first against South Sydney. The pass to Lodge to Milford. And then Milford gives it off to Asako, who dummies, which sells Graham. And he goes through a gap and scores. So now this kick will make it 10 points to 6. Jermaine Asako. And takes the kick, and he has converted it straight down the middle, so it's 10-6 to South Sydney. The wind is really weird because he's kicked it to the corner, but it's curled a lot, so that must be the reason why they're kicking relatively low, is because of the wind. So now this has definitely gotten a lot more interesting for this matchup. 18.5 minutes remaining in this first half. And it's been picked up here. The kickoff has happened. And that is Lodge who gets it to the Broncos 15 for the first tackle. I believe that is Payne Haas who makes it to the Brisbane 25 for the second tackle. It's another wrap up there for Brisbane now on the 35 for the third tackle. Oh, it's Pangai Jr. Makes a big charge and he's still going as he makes it to halfway for the fourth tackle. Now Brisbane now making some charges at the moment. Last tackle, they're 30 metres out. High kick here for Milford. It's a bounce. And Brisbane have it here. They still have it. Brisbane past their 30. And it's Milford, but Milford does get wrapped up. He held on for a bit and tried to get past, but he gets held up on the Brisbane 25, on the Rabbitohs 25. Oh, big solid clutch there. That looked like a late shoulder in that tackle by Lodge. Oh no, I believe that was Sewer who did the run. And that is now Nichols, who is made a substitute. He's been bandaged up quite heavily. He's got a bit of limp. Oh, it's a knock on here by South Sydney. And it's Arrow on the Brisbane's Rabbitohs 40 now. So that was a 0 tackle. So it's now picked up by Payne Haas, who makes it now 25 meters out for the first tackle. I thought Rabbitohs would flog him. Yeah, I think a lot of people are. I myself included thought that the Rabbitohs would dominate, but Brisbane now, they've got potential numbers here. That is Neo, who gets held up 15 metres away from the try line now. Third tap for the third tackle. Dredgerin now off to Teo. He makes it again to the 15 now for the fourth tackle. Now they've gone short side here. Deirdre goes for a short pass. And it's been held up, but it was a forward pass as well. So it was a good bullet dodge there for South Sydney. I see that the Rabbitohs sponsor is Aqualand. Is that the new water park that's open in like? No, it's not that. That's is the one in Penrith. That's not Wet and Wild, is it? I don't know. I wouldn't know. So it's a scrum feed here for South Sydney on their 10. And that is Graham, who gets held up on the 15. Held up, he was taken down on the 15 for the first tackle. And now Nichols. At least I can now tell who Nichols is, because he's the one with about like 15 rolls of tape on his chrome dome. It's the second tackle there for South on their 25. And now Arrow now makes it to their 30 for the third tackle. Sewer now makes it to the Rabbitohs 40 for the fourth tackle. As Murray makes it just short of halfway now. Last tackle here for South. That is Reynolds with the kick. And it's going to go straight to Asako. Oh, Asako had to dive to make that catch, but he has made it as he gets brought down on the Broncos 20 for the first tackle. Tulu Gabbia, hello, my friend. So, it's a third tackle here, I believe, here for Brisbane on their 30s, because they had a, big spear. That wasn't really a spear, but a big edge spear there by Host. And now it's Hodge, gets brought down on the 45 for Brisbane now. Last tackle. And it's given off to Milford with a kick down centrally. And I feel like is it going to stay inside? No, it's going to roll out. So it's going to be a 20-metre restart and a 7-tackle set here for South Sydney. As the same as playing Fortunate Son by Creedence Clearwater Revival. I thought we were in Sydney and not the bushes of Vietnam. There was a 0 tackle. Now Gagai's picked it up. I believe it's a 30, but it's a set restart anyways here for South Sydney. So is that a set? No, it's not. Just the first. It was on the 35 there for South Sydney. And that is Arrow, who doesn't take it anywhere for the second, and that's Nichols. Nichols makes a charge and just short of halfway here for the second tackle. There's Reynolds. And they've got numbers on the side here. That's Mansour. Mansour now riding sideways, and he meets Lodge 45 metres away from the try line now from the third tackle. And now Cook goes straight from dummy half. And that's given off to Marshall. That has got numbers here. It's a 2-on-1. Johnson and Gagai. And Johnson gets picked up just shy of the 10 for the fourth tackle. That is Reynolds. Now to Marshall. Now to, I believe that's Murray, who breaks it inside the 10 now. Last tackle here for Souths. That's Cook. The stream quality is a bit dodgy. They've got offloads, and it's a knock on there by Reynolds, and it's going to be a scrum feed here for Brisbane on their 10, with 11 minutes 40 remaining. So there's a sub here. That is Flegler has come on for Coates. Very interesting sub there by Brisbane. Big tackle there on Kenner. Just shy of the 10. Oh. As there is Flegler, who takes his first hit up, and he gets brought up to the Brisbane 15 for the second tackle. Payne Haas, who's making a lot of runs and a lot of meters here. On to the Brisbane 25. Oh, it's a trip from a run on dummy half there, unfortunately. But it's a set restart anyways for Brisbane. Bit of a controversial call there, and that is Teo who makes it to the Brisbane 35. On their second tackle. First set restart here for Brisbane. It's the third tackle here for Brisbane now. Dredger gets brought up 40 metres away from the try line now on the fourth tackle. And Milford tries to get some numbers, and he's brought down 35 metres away now. Last tackle here for Brisbane. And Asako with a high kick, and it's gone like 5 metres forward. And it's been picked up here by... So if a kick goes 10 metres, Brisbane can't get it. So it's a kick inside 10 metres, and Brisbane played it. So that means it's a penalty to South. A bit of a weird thing. So now South are 35 metres away from scoring another try. As Nichols gets it to 25 metres away now for the first tackle. And that is Totola, who makes it to the 20 for the second tackle. This Damien Cook gives it off to Reynolds. Now to Marshall with a short pass to that was to Hose. Now 5 minutes away now for the third tackle. Marshall to Arrow, gets brought down short for the fourth tackle, right in front of the post. Now Nichols takes a hit 5 metres away now. Last tackle here for the Rabbitohs. So Cook gives it to Marshall. Marshall goes for a grubber. And it's taken a deflection. And Coates has knocked it on. So it's going to be a knock-on by Brisbane. So it's going to be a scrum 10 metres out for South Sydney. So there's an interchange here for South Sydney as Murray has come off for Magoo. So Marshall gets held up here from the scrum. Oh, it's a knock on here. And it's a knock on the first tackle here by Benji Marshall. So Brisbane now have a scrum feed on the 10. So I think he was trying to get a pass off to Mitchell, and Mitchell unfortunately couldn't get there in time. So now it's a scrum feed here for Brisbane. Is Dearden. And now that is Brisbane's first tackle, just in on their 15. That is Mead now. He gets it onto the Brisbane's 25 for the second tackle. Now Flegler makes it to the 30, but he is held up on there for the third tackle. And Pangai Jr. It's Teo, who gets hit down by Sewer, just shy of the Brisbane 40 for the fourth. Now this is Payne Haas, who makes it to the Brisbane 45. Now last tackle here for Brisbane. Kicks from dummy half here by Turpin. Oh. Mitchell almost a bit of a dodgy kick. And now Johnston now is fend off one tackle. And he gets brought down on the 25. As fireworks are going off, because as we all know, the Royal Easter Show is happening. As that is, I believe, Latrell Mitchell. Makes it to the 30. And now Reynolds. No, it's Mansell, sorry. Makes it to the fourth tackle on their 35. Or for the third tackle, sorry. This is the fourth tackle here. For Arrow. Just short of halfway here. And now, bit of a dodgy pass, but Graham's able to hold on to it now. 40 metres out from the try line. Last tackle here for South Sydney. And Reynolds takes a bomb. And Asako has taken the catch. As Asako gets brought down on the Brisbane 10 for the first tackle. There's a second tackle there for Brisbane. And it's roughly in the same position. Oh! Bit of a look like of a knock on there by Deirdre, and from dummy, he looked like he lost possession, but it's not been given. I don't think he lost connection to that. It just looked like a bit of an awkward pickup. So fourth tackle here on Brisbane for their on the 25 now. As Glenn now gets to the 35 on Brisbane's half now. Last tackle for Brisbane. As Milford takes a kick. And it's picked up by Johnston. So Johnston is at the 35 for the first tackle. And Brisbane now for the second. As they're showing the fireworks now. As Nichols now makes it 45 metres away from the try line now for the third tackle. Cook now gives it off to Reynolds. Now Sewer, he gets brought down 35 metres away from the try line now for the fourth tackle. It's Cook. To Marshall. No, Mayo, sorry. As he gets held up 30 metres away from the try line now. Last tackle for Souths. Now that's Benji. Gives it off to Mitchell. And it's a cutout pass. Johnston with a kick up high. And it's been caught there by Riki for Brisbane. And gets the first tackle on their 20. As Coates now makes it to the 25 for the second tackle. There's a third tackle there for Brisbane on their 35, which is by Niu. And now Brisbane now, they had numbers, but it's a big wrap-up tackle there by Graham. It's a quick play ball here by Milford, but it hasn't gone work. It's been tackled by Mansour. Now last tackle here for Brisbane on their 40. That's a big kick there. And it's been taken by Mitchell, who makes it to the Rabbitohs 35 for the first tackle. As we're just under 3 minutes remaining here. That is Johnston who makes it to the Rabbitohs 40 for the second tackle. That is Mago, who makes it to halfway for the third. Damien Cook now gives it off to Benji. Now to Gagai. Gagai with some speed. He's broken through here, and Gagai's given it on the runner to Adam Reynolds. And Reynolds scores right under the black dot. So it is 14-6 with a kick to come. Brilliant run there by Gagai, who sees the support of Reynolds and passes it off. Absolute brilliant. And a brilliant set-piece play there by Benji Marshall. Dan Gagai, the former Knight, gives a brilliant, easy pass there to Reynolds, who goes right under the black dot and scores. To make this, it should be a 16-6 with just about 2 minutes to go. For those who don't know why I'm looking over here, it's because I've written out, I don't know if this is going to pop up, I've written out the Broncos and Rabbitohs team sheets. Just drawing circles of keeping track of who scored and stuff like that. Brilliant run there by Gagai. Fireworks are still going off at the Royal Easter Show. So now Adam Reynolds with a kick right in front to make this 16-6 with 90 seconds remaining. And straight down the middle, he's 2-4 for the night so far, Adam Reynolds. So it'll be probably maybe one more set here if time does continue for the game, and then we'll be going to half-time. Which reminds me, I just need to do something just quickly. Okay, getting ready now. Kick's about to happen with 1 minute remaining. I just had to edit one of the slides for a halftime. So the first tackle here for South Sydney on their 25. That is by host. And now Arrow makes it to the 35 for the second tackle. As that is Totola, who now makes it just short of the 40 now for the third tackle. That's actually just interesting talk. Will Brisbane go for will the Rabbitohs go for a 2-point field goal? So now last tackle here for just shy of the 40. Will they go for the 2 meter? Reynolds goes for a kick. And Reynolds has done it. Reynolds has kicked the first ever 2-point field goal. They were talking about Marshall doing it, but Reynolds gets it from 45 and he absolutely nails it right down the middle. So Adam Reynolds is the first ever person to get a 2-point field goal. The first ever man to do it, and that ends half-time right there. 18-6 with a kick. 18-6 at half-time here. A really good. I will admit it's been a lot more closer than I think a lot of people have thought. But there it is. That is half-time. I'm going to take a little bit of a break. I'll take 5 minutes and then I'll come back so we can talk about other things in which leading up to the second half. So I will be back. Okay, we are back for the. We're back from the break, basically. I don't know. It's just chilling here, really. Just gonna check if the stream do be running smoothly. Just on my phone, just to see if everything, like, I haven't like done something stupid or anything. Hopefully we should be all good. Yep, we are all right. We are going A-OK when it comes to this. So still on halftime. They're still on the halftime talk, but it is a bit weird, the whole contract situation, because they were talking about it in the pre-game about the potential of what's his Reynolds leaving Souths, but I think it's because he wants to sign for more than 12 months, so it's a bit of a bit of a weird thing. So just look at some of the stats here. Bloody Johnson's having an absolute blinder of a game. He's already gotten a try, and he's ran 150 meters already this match. He's obviously got the most meters out of anybody in the game. And with tackles, it's pretty much been dominated by the Brisbane players, with Turpin, the hooker for Brisbane, with 28 so far. The completion rate has been a bit lopsided. So 22 total sets for South Sydney, 19 of which were completed. And for Brisbane, 17 total sets and only 12 were completed. Which is still like 71%, but it's also they've had a lot less stats. A lot less like sets. Well, I don't know why I said stats. Looking on the other the games that are happening elsewhere, I mean not elsewhere, but tomorrow is on Friday. Friday at 6 p.m. we have the Warriors against Manly. On paper, that should just be a relatively, I think, a simple win for the Warriors. Then you got potentially the game of the season in terms of competition. It's Penrith against Canberra on Friday night. I do think Penrith will win, but it'll be a very interesting affair. Then on Saturday with the triple header, it is the Titan. The first one is the Titans against Newcastle, which as a Knights fan, I just will say we're not winning that because we've lost a fair amount of players. I know Kalen Ponga does come back. Anyways, then you got the Bulldogs against Melbourne. Sportsbet have the Bulldogs at $13 to win. So everybody put your house on the Bulldogs. And then the main game on Saturday is the Sydney Roosters and Cronulla Sharks. Again, should be relatively simple. The Roosters should win. And then on Sunday to close out, you got the Tigers and North Queensland. Tigers should win because the Cowboys are in a bit of a dire straits at the moment. And Parramatta versus St George. I think that game is going to be a very telltale sign about how the Dragons will do. If they win this game, you have to cement themselves as finals, as going into the finals. Like, yes, they are coming off 2 wins in a row, but their last win was against the Knights team, which over the process of the game lost like their nearly majority of their back line. So if they can beat Para, then you have to put some respect on their name, I must say. Now just going to go back to KO to see if the game has restarted or not. As there is but 2 other games going on in other sports. The Sydney Kings are playing the Perth Wildcats in the basketball. Currently, 4 minutes 26 remaining in the third quarter. The Wildcats lead by 5. In the AFL, Sydney are playing Essendon, and the Swans are winning by 11 at this point. So, dubs, really. So we're getting close. How long more half time? don't exactly know, to be fair. It should be perfect timing of asking the question because Andrew Voss is commenting. So basically the commentators. So we are back for the second half. So it's the first 2-point field goal since 1970, the grand final, which is pretty wild, pretty interesting. So they've got the commentators currently talking, so the second half both teams are still in the sheds, but both teams should start making their way out for the second half. Brisbane now walking out for the second half now. So we're almost there for the second half. Oh, both teams are walking out now. I feel like the first 10 minutes of this game of this half will decide the matchup. So I do feel like if the Rabbitohs do get like a converted try in the next 10 minutes, I feel like it might be the beginning of the end for the Broncos for this matchup. Rabbitohs kicking off there, running that way. So kickoff is about to be done by the Rabbitohs. And we're on our way for the second half. That is Meady gets brought inside the 10 for the first tackle for Brisbane. And it's 15 metres to the second tackle for Brisbane, as I believe that is Pangai Jr. gets brought down into the Broncos 25 for the third tackle, as Turpin makes it to the 45 for the fourth tackle. And there's Flegler, who just makes it shy of halfway. Now last tackle here for Brisbane. As that is Dearden. That's been picked up there by Latrell Mitchell. He makes the meters to the 35 for the first tackle. Now Mansell makes it to the Rabbitohs 45 for the second tackle. As Arrow makes it past halfway. It's an offload here for Damien Cook. And Mago makes it to the 35 metres away from the try line now for South Sydney for the third tackle. As Reynolds, out to Marshall. Oh, Mitchell. Mitchell makes it to the 20. Couldn't make an offload, so he gets 20 metres away now for the fourth tackle. Reynolds goes short. And they've got numbers. Mansour. Can Mansour go through? He's just short of the line. But the referees are calling it a forward pass anyways. So it's going to be a possession here for Brisbane 10 metres on their 10-metre line. Oh, yeah, it was forward. It was a pass from Graham to Mansour. It was forward. So here's a scrum feed here by Brisbane. As that is picked up on the 15 here. That was by Dearden. No, it's Milford. There's a second tackle here on Brisbane. It's still on their 15 for the second. As the tackle was on Riki. As that is Teo who makes it to the Brisbane 25 for the third. And now Flegler tries to get an offload there, and it has kind of worked. It's now given off to Dearden. Dearden's still running here as he gets brought down on the Brisbane 35 for the fourth tackle. Oh, it's a bit of a dodgy pass. Flegler calls it forward, so it's on the 45 now. Last tackle here for Brisbane. It's been kicked down there by Milford. And it's picked up here by Latrell Mitchell. As Mitchell gets brought down on the 15 for the first tackle. As Johnston now gets it to the 25 for the second tackle. Now Gagai, who makes it to past the 30 for the third tackle. Sewer now makes it to the 45 for the Rabbitohs on the fourth tackle. Got it down the side. That is Graham, who makes it 35 metres away from the try line now. Last tackle for the Rabbits. As Reynolds goes for a high kick. And it hasn't gone 10, but it's gone back. Yeah. And now Brisbane. So Brisbane now have a full set starting on their 35. There's the first run there. As that is Kenner, who made it to the 45 for the first tackle. And now Asiata makes a pass halfway for the second. As Pangai Jr. makes it to the 35 away from the try line for the third tackle. No, it's Teo, sorry. As Turpin now makes it to the 25 away for the fourth. As Asaka gets wrapped around by Graham now. 30 metres out. Last tackle here for Brisbane. Melvin with a kick as Asako is clutching his ankle. Oh, it's a big weird play. Something has happened. One of the Brisbane wingers may have caught it, but he's lost it in the process, unfortunately. Xavier Coates. Xavier Coates, he got it high. He could have made that, but unfortunately he didn't make a full catch. So first tackle here for South Sydney on their 15. As Nichols makes it to the 25 on the Rabbitohs half. There's a third tackle here. That is on Arrow. Oh, it's a knock on there by the Rabbitohs. It was on Graham. So now Brisbane have a scrum feed on their... I believe it's on the 35 inside of Rabbitohs half. So it's a good chance here potentially for Brisbane. So now good chance here for Brisbane to get the first points of the second half. The second half completion so far, 2-3 for Brisbane and 0-3 for the Rabbitohs. So now Osako makes it just shy of 20 metres out from the try line for the first tackle. Now Teo makes it to 15 metres out for the second tackle. As Flegler makes it inside the 10 here for the third. And Dearden, and he's given a pass, but it's been knocked Johnston, and he's on the run. There's no way. Yeah, and it's a knock on. That was, he basically touched it, he bounced it forward, and he kept running, but that was, I feel like a knock on. Let's have a look. So Dredger makes the pass, touches Johnston, and it's bounced, but it did look forward, but he was facing backwards, so I don't know. I'd give it a knock on. So now Brisbane have a scrum feed now, 15 metres away here from the try line. And now Osako gets brought down on the 20 for the first tackle. Now Flegler makes it just short of the 10 for the second tackle. Now Dearden gives it off to Milford. And Milford gets an offload to a player who is short on the 10. And now short side here for Brisbane. And now inside the 5 now for the fourth tackle. Milford gives it to Dearden. The Peds got numbers here as Osaka goes for a grubber. Something's happened here. I feel like it's come off South. It's gone out. What happened there? So Osaka's grubbed it. So it touched Mansour and went out, but I think they're trying to say that Mansour didn't play at it. So it's going to be possession here for Souths on their 10. As Nichols now makes it to the 20 for the first tackle for South Sydney. And Graham now makes it to the 30 for the second tackle. Azaro makes it past the 40 for the third. Well, something's happened there. It looks like maybe a potential head clash, but it's a set restart. So Jai Arrow, it's a penalty for South Sydney, but something's happened. So Arrow gets on his head. It looks like he's trying to like one of the, who was it? Are they trying to say that? So are they trying to say that bloody was it Glenn? It looks like he bit him. Pressure on the neck, but he grabs his forehead, so it's a bit weird. So now South now. No set restart there, but Nichols now makes it just onto the 10. 10 metres out now for the second tackle. Now Reynolds. And Mitchell. Oh, big ankle tap. Oh, he's trying to gun over and he's grounded it. It looks short. So they've given it, but it's going to go to the bunker. So they're trying to say Latrell has claimed a try. Let's have a look. So Reynolds has given it to Mitchell. And he's grounded it. It is a try. But they're trying to see if it's a potential double movement. So he's down the knees, but no one grabs him. So yeah, that's a try. Yeah, it's play on. That's a try. He's still moving. It's all momentum. No double movement. It is a try to Latrell Mitchell. And it's a try to South Sydney. So now a chance for a kick here to make it 24-6. And Reynolds with the kick, and he's nailed it. So it's 27 minutes remaining in this game. It's 24-6. So it's a kick there. The kick off by Brisbane. And Brisbane have kicked it out on the full. So it's a penalty on halfway here for South Sydney. This is not looking good. So Johnston, kick. It was going to go out anyways. So now 35 metres out, full set of six here for South Sydney, as Nickel gets tackled on 30 metres out for the first tackle. Now Reynolds. Now to, I believe that is Sewer or Murray. No, it's Arrow. He makes it to the 20 for the second tackle. Nichols now just shy of the 10 metre line for the third tackle. It's Cook. It's Murray still holding on. He's now 5 metres away from the try line now for the fourth tackle. And Cook still got possession here. And Reynolds goes for a grubber, and that's a terrible grubber. And Brisbane get the ball back. That's a bit of a dodgy decision there. So Brisbane now, their first tackle is on the 10 metre line. And now Kenner on the 15 for the second tackle. And Niu gets tackled on the 20. It's almost not bedtime, apparently. That is Mead now. He makes it to the 30 in Brisbane's half for the fourth tackle. Now that is Haas. He's now on the 35. Now last tackle here for Brisbane. It's a kick from behind the 40. Try for a 40-20, but it's not going to go. Now it's on Johnston. And Johnston will get brought down on the Rabbitohs 15 for the first tackle. As now that's Mansour, who makes it on the 20 for the second tackle. Bit slow for the Rabbitohs to get back, as that's Graham who makes it to the 30 for the third tackle. Jeff Evernet, thanks for your running comment. I'm in the bush in Papua New Guinea. Shout out to all the people in Papua New Guinea. That is Gagai now, who's been brought down on the 35 now, inside of the Broncos half, as its last tackle here for the Rabbitohs. It's a high boot here. And it's a brilliant take by Asako, who gets brought down on the 15 for the first tackle. That is, I believe, that is Coates, who gets brought down on the 20 for the second tackle. As Goodra. As Goodra makes it to the third for the 40. 40 on for the third. And now Brisbane just short of halfway. There's Milford. Just short of halfway for the fourth tackle. And now I believe that is Payne Haas. Makes it 35 metres away from... That's a penalty. Burgess knocks it out very lazily. So that is a penalty. The first penalty Brisbane have gotten this game. That was he just bangs it straight out. It's very not subtle at all. Brisbane need to score off this set. So 30 metres away now with a full set of 6. There's Flegler, who makes it just shy of the 20 for the first tackle. As Dredgerin gives it off to Payne Haas. As Haas makes it to the 15 metres away for the second tackle. And now it's a set restart here for Brisbane. As Asiata makes it onto the 10 for the first tackle. As Glenn gets brought down just shy of the 10 for the second. As Asiata tries to get off to Teo, who's now 5 metres away from the try line now. Third tackle. And Turpin goes short, and the ball has been dropped. As Flegler has knocked it on. So now South have possession of the ball. And Burgess makes it to the 15 for the first tackle. And now Brisbane, the Rabbitohs have made it to the 25 for the second. And now Graham makes it past the 40. Good meters here by Graham. Now Totola makes it past halfway, and now it's 45 metres away from the try line now for the fourth tackle. Now Damien Cook goes short, goes straight from dummy half. Oh, big charge there by Latrell. Latrell's now lost it. It was a lost ball, but it's a penalty to South Sydney. It's an interference. As the Brisbane player is clutching his bicep. Trying to figure out who this player is. So it's going to be a keep playing. That is number 17. That is Teo. He was grabbing his bicep. Teo doesn't look good now. Brisbane, as the Rabbitohs, sorry, as that is Burgess, who makes it just shy of the 20 for the first tackle. Now Totola, who makes it onto the 10 metre line. 10 metres out now from the second tackle. As Cook gives off to Reynolds. And they've got numbers all the top now. Mansour versus Mead. Mansour still going. And he gets wrapped up 5 metres away from the try line for the third tackle. Graham from dummy half gives it to Reynolds. Now to Burgess, who makes it to the 5 metres as well for the fourth tackle. And Cook goes down the far side. Now it's just short of the line now. Last tackle here. And they try to go quick. Now Turpin has said he's knocked it on from the kick of the thing. Surely that can't be, because I think it comes off his foot and then he grabs it. So it's going to be potentially a challenge here by Brisbane. So Turpin, the kicker's come off his foot. Oh, so he tried to reach it in and he may have lost contact there, so... So it's a scrum feed now, 10 metres out for South Sydney, full set of 6. A big chance to potentially seal this game. They've gone straight away and through the gap, and Graham has scored his first try of the year, and that should be the final nail in the coffin against the Brisbane Broncos. So it's 28 points to 6 with a kick to come. It's over. Trainer loss here. Z-Tank, I go for the Canterbury Bulldogs. Not a good season so far. It is a bit... yeah, not exactly a great start. I mean... Yeah, it's a very tough situation over there at the Bulldogs at the moment. But... and it doesn't get any much easier this week because he's play Melbourne on Saturday. Be very interesting to see what actually happens. Okay, but Manly be an interesting. I don't know who it's going to be. But just unfortunate there for the Bulldogs. So I do hope they get on better terms for their club. So basically, Reynolds now to potentially make this 30-6. One of the harder kicks of this game so far, and Reynolds, the kick, it's curling and it's too much curl and it's going to miss. So 16 minutes 40 remaining, and it remains 28-6. This Ben Teo still clutching. As long as we get a point this match against Melbourne, I'll be happy. Oh yeah, that's right. The Bulldogs haven't scored a point in like 2 games, wasn't it? Yeah, because it was against Brisbane and then... I think yous will score a try. I'll say that. I think yous will score a try against the Storm. As there's a kickoff there, as Burgess now makes it to the 15 for the first tackle. Would be interesting to see if there is a pitch invasion by Bulldogs fans if they do score. That's Totola who makes it to the Rabbitohs 30 for the second tackle. And now Murray makes it to the 45. And now the Rabbitohs are coming in really quickly as they make it past halfway with Sewer 45 metres out for the try line for the fourth tackle. Totola now makes it 40 metres away from the try line now. Last tackle here for South Sydney. And Reynolds goes for a kick. And Asako takes it. 30-point games in 4 round in a row, 4 consecutive. It will be a record, I believe. Because I don't know if it was talking about Manly or Brisbane, but they said something like one of the teams, it was like one of them had the worst start to a game, to a season since like in my 80 something years. But I wouldn't know. There's 4th tackle there by Brisbane on Payne Haas. Oh, and it's a dodgy play of the ball and it's a knock on. Right on halfway. That's unfortunate for Payne Haas. So it's a set of 6 scrum feed from halfway here for South Sydney. So that is Gagai who makes it to the 40 for the first tackle. And I believe Host, who makes it just shy of the 25 metres out for the second. As Burgess now makes it onto the 20 for the third. And Latrell goes for a grubber. And it's deflection, and it's been picked up there by Brisbane. As Cooks come off the field. He gets an early mark. As Riki, no, it's Coates, sorry, makes it to the 20 on Brisbane's half for the second. And now that's Lodge who makes it to the 25 for the third. And it's a penalty for Brisbane. As Dean Hawkins is now on the field. As there's a big conglomerate of his fans, of his family and friends. 35 metres out now, full set of 6 here for Brisbane to potentially get a constellation here. He makes it to the 25 for the first, 25 metres out for the first tackle. No. Lodge with a bit of a low ball to Milford. Now Lodge tries to go on the charge and he makes it to 20 metres out for the third tackle. Milford goes for a grubber. And Mansour picks it up and he gets taken inside the goal line, so it'll be a line dropout. So Latrell will take this goal line dropout. Trainer Dossier, which team do you support? I support the Newcastle Knights, who are about to be slapped up by the Titans because we've lost three of our main players. As Hodge now makes it to the 35 for the first tackle. Now Payne Haas. Pass goes through a gap and makes it to the 20 for the second. And now Pangai Jr. who makes it 15 metres out. And Dearden with a pass to Riki, and it's another knock on by Brisbane as Gagai picks it up on the Brisbane 20. Rabbitohs 20. And Burgess makes it to the 30 for the first tackle. Who scored the first try? That was... Oh, shit. Who? Was it Johnston? No, it was Benji Marshall. Benji Marshall was the first try scorer. It was a kick over by Reynolds, which was caught by Johnston, who offloaded it to Gagai, who got it off to Marshall to run in. So 30 metres out now for the Rabbitohs. Last tackle here. It's a high boot up here by Reynolds. And it's a bounce and it's gone to Asako. Oh, and he's lost it. So there's a challenge here by Brisbane. The Matraville Tigers are cheering on Dean Hawkins for South Sydney. So it's a captain challenge by the Broncos for this this knock on. Who do you think are the best players for the Dogs on our roster if you're familiar with them? To be completely honest, I don't exactly... I'm not exactly that familiar with the Bulldogs team. So the challenge is successful there. I think it'd probably be... I like Flanagan. I do like... I like Flanagan, but in terms of... Yeah, I think I'd say he's probably... He's like one of the only ones I actually know to... So it was a steal, so it was a penalty to Brisbane. So now that is Riki to 50. Dearden has been taken off, which is a bit weird because there's like 10 minutes left, and they've taken off your halfback, which is a bit weird. As Pangai Jr., who makes it to the Bulldogs, the Rabbitohs 25 metres out now for the third. It's a good line of passing here. That is Niu, who I believe is 15 metres out from the try line for the fourth tackle. Now Payne Haas. And it's got an offload here. Now to Riki. And Riki gets brought down just shy of the 10 metre line. Now last tackle here for Brisbane. And it's a kick by Croft. And it's gone out in the fall. Eight minutes 45 remaining, so it's going to be... As the trial mate gets brought down on the 15 for the first. As Nichols now makes it to the 25 for the second tackle. So consecutive away losses. Brisbane are currently on 12. I did just see in the NRL era, the Knights have 23 away losses, ranging between 2015 to 2017. We got records, the Knights. There's 40 metres out now for the try line as last tackle, and it's a kick there by Adam Reynolds. And it's picked up by Asako, who gets brought down by Gagai and Murray on the 10. Now Coates gets brought down on the 20 for the second tackle. So that is, I believe that is Pangai Jr., who makes it to the Brisbane 35. Bradley Bunnies, I think I have a chance. Bunnies, I think I have a chance of winning the grand final alongside Melbourne, Storm and Penrith, who are really good. Not sure about the Roosters, but possibly. I think they have a chance as well. Last tackle here by Brisbane from halfway. Which is include Parramatta in those talks about potentially winning the grand final. Or is it too early to say? So it's that was from the first tackle. So second tackle here on the Bunnies on their 25. So that's Mansour, who makes it past the 30 on their own half of the third tackle. Big boot there for Hawkins. Trying to go for a 40-20. And it's going to be picked up by Asako. Really close to the line, though. And Hawkins wraps up Asako from the 15. They're off with a good start this past season. Imagine if it's actually like a Western Sydney rivalry, a derby for the grand final. Penrith and Para. That'd be a very interesting set of affairs. I believe that is Pangai Jr. who makes it to the 40. Tries to go for an offload. And Brisbane still have it here. That is Croft. He's given it off to Glenn. And now a chance for Milford. Still going here, Brisbane. There's Turpin. Oh, another offload. Still going. Hodge now. And it's another offload. They're just halfway. Oh, that's forward. There was forward, but it was propelled forward, unfortunately. Wasn't a good play by Brisbane, but unfortunately, didn't go there. Parramatta could also. It's been 3 decades since our last premiership win compared to others which have won it very recently. So it's a scrum feed. It's going to be a scrum feed halfway now. 4 minutes 40 remaining in this game. Will the Rabbitohs? So my prediction was technically right tonight. Technical. I did say Bunnies by plus 13. So basically, the only way they could happen is Brisbane score like 2 tries in the last 4.5 minutes. And it's a held. As Graham almost got dragged out, but he stayed in. As Burgess makes it for Rabbitohs next 5. They've got the Tigers at home, the Titans away, the Raiders away, the Storm at home, and Cronulla away. As that is Hawkins makes it to the 30 for the third. As Totola makes it 15 metres out. Can we get Hawkins a try? Gone to a short side now. Reynolds. And it's given it off to Sewer, who gets wrapped down on the 10. Now, last tackle here for the Rabbitohs. And now Reynolds with the kick. Oh, and it's been picked up by somebody, and it's been grounded. Who was it? It's Latrell who's made the catch, and he's able to ground it. So Latrell has gotten his second try of the game. Cork will put up a try. So 3 minutes 20 remaining. So 32-6 with a kick to come. Brilliant strength there by Latrell Mitchell to take the catch and then bring it down. Do you think the Raiders could win it this year? They are like top 4 now. They've been pretty good this season so far. Yeah. I think they could. I consider in terms of like, I think like at this point there's like 5 teams that I think they can win it. Obviously it's like Penrith and Para. Melbourne. Melbourne. I mean, Melbourne's always going to be up there. The Rabbitohs and Raiders, yeah. So it's a bit of a 5, really. So Latrell Mitchell does get a double here. Pure strength and grounds it. So, oh, hang on. I just need to, yeah, I haven't updated the score. There we are. So 3 minutes 20 remaining. It's going to be another kick here. Latrell currently has 5 tries so far this season. So now Reynolds now kicks it from close range. It's now 34-6. 3 minutes remaining. The Bunnies and Storm will go to the finals. Oh yeah, 100% they'll make the finals. Oh, battery. Low battery. Shit. It'll be harder for the Storm to win without Smith. I reckon they already lost to Penrith, so it's a 50-50. Like, I know, obviously, because they had, like, the try era with Smith, Cronk, and Slater, but I feel like they've definitely got the players to back up for the new era, like Pappenhausen, Munster. Brandon Smith's also really good. I think Melbourne should stop signing players with Smith because they've got like 2 of them at the moment and neither of them are Cameron. As that is Totola. He gets tackled for the second tackle on the 30. In the south half as Nichols now makes it to the 40 for the third tackle. It's the third kick. Potential for a 40-20 here. And it's stayed in by Osako. And Osaka gets brought down just shy of the 20 inside his own half of the first tackle. There's a second tackle there on Brisbane here, 25 metres out. 25 on the 25. If we had Ryan Pappenhausen in our team, we would not be scoreless every game. I think a lot of people would be... a lot of people seems to be in a lot better places. So it's now fourth tackle. That's Pangai Jr. Now Hodge gets to the Brisbane 45 now. Last tackle here. As that is Croft. Bit of a dodgy kick. And it's picked up by Mansour. Mansour will get brought down on their 35 for the first tackle. As Graham now makes it to the 45 for the second tackle. There's 1 minute 20 remaining. Mansour now still going, and he's brought down just short of halfway for the third tackle. Mitchell now. Oh, gives an offload. They're still going. That's Benji. Marshall still going. Now an offload. They're still going. I believe that's Graham. And Graham now makes it 15 metres out now for the fourth tackle. Can they get one more try here? 48 seconds remaining. Reynolds. To Nichols. Nichols makes it just short of the 10. Our last tackle here for Souths. And it's a set restart here for Souths. And they've gone back. And it's a field goal by Latrell Mitchell. And he makes it. With 20 seconds remaining. 35-6. Poor Kevy. Yeah. Even though Brisbane might not go that well this season, surely you wouldn't sack Walters. He's definitely... Walters definitely is like the one they need to stick with him. Get the right players around him to coach. So 35-6. They're not the Rabbitohs. They ain't going finals. Slipper with interesting call there. So 19 seconds remaining. Surely you go for a 2-metre field goal. So now, last tackle here for the stream has gone frozen, but it's all okay. 3, 2, 1. And the siren has sounded. South Sydney with another strong win. Penrith go finals after defeating Storms. Yeah. So there it is. 35 points to 6. A strong win here for South Sydney against a definitely struggling Brisbane Broncos. So we're all done here. Big week of footy coming up. So I want to thank everybody for joining me on this game. The stream lasted the full game. Holy shit. It didn't cut out. It cut out during halftime during the Rabbitohs Bulldogs game. It cut out with the last 20 minutes during the Knights Dragons game. But we did a full stream. That is a PogChamp moment. So thank you all for coming. And I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully, for the doubleheader, which is the Warriors and Manly and Penrith Raiders, which should be a classic. Thank you all for coming. See you all later. Can't wait for you to stream now. Saturday against... the game against... I might not be able to actually do... It depends on how the weather is, because I'm planning on doing a series of going to like local rugby league teams. I might be going to a game in Maitland, so I may miss it depending on how the weather is, but I'll let everybody know. I'll let you know about that. But anyways, thank you all for coming, and I'll see you definitely tomorrow. I'm out.